You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Sponsored in part by Creative Foundations, employing individuals with disabilities. Now your hosts, Cody Pennick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison. Don't touch that dial because you may or may not be listening to Nerd Overload, the pop and geek culture show that discusses everything in comic books and video games and all that fun stuff. I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Cody.
Hey, thank you for joining us this week. We have a bunch of stuff to get through, but let's talk about some stuff we've been checking out.
I watched the new Pee-wee movie, Pee-wee's Big Holiday, yesterday.
Was it a movie or was it a series?
It's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Is it good?
Yeah, it was very good, actually.
Awesome.
It's a lot like Big Adventure. Like it's another Pee-wee road trip.
That's fine.
But,
Big Adventure was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot. It's not as good as Big Adventure, but if
Sure.
you thought that was going to happen, you're nuts.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Pee-wee's great. It's Pee-wee. It seems the same as it did, what was it, 30 years ago?
Yeah. God, yeah, that's right.
Like, it's in that. Oh, the highlight was that Joe how do you pronounce his name? Mangaleo.
Manganello?
I don't know. Pee-wee couldn't pronounce it either. Yeah, Manganello. Joe Manganello. He was hilarious. He's like all in.
Okay, cool.
Into this ridiculous movie.
Very good.
Wait, that name sounds familiar.
He's from True Blood.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Magic
yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, he played the werewolf dude. Yeah, okay.
And he plays himself.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, celebrity.
That's awesome.
He invites Pee-wee to his birthday party, and so Pee-wee's like, I'm going to go on a holiday to go to New York to go to his birthday party.
Okay. Now, does this still take place in the same universe as Big Adventure, or is it just a story that with Pee-wee?
It's just a story with Pee-wee.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, there's no callbacks or anything to
Okay.
any
There's
other
no
Pee-wee
Francis?
stuff. No.
Where's my bike, Francis?
It's just a excuse to put Pee-wee in ridiculous scenarios for
Good.
an hour and a half.
That's cool.
Like you do.
Yeah, well, I mean, which works. Is fantastic, and I, already want another one.
Awesome. Is there any, super terrifying claymation scenes like Big Edna? Or what's her name?
God, I can't remember.
Oh.
Big Edna is from UHF.
Yeah, it's
Large Marge.
Large Marge.
That's it.
God, there was something that was a little nightmare. Oh, there's a part where he falls in a well at the end, and he keeps having these different visions, and they get kind of like nightmare fuel-y.
Nice.
Kind of like walk a tunnel-esque.
Yeah, there always has to be some kind of nightmare fuel in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, Pee-wee walks the fine line of kid-friendly and just terrifying.
Yeah.
My sister to this day hates Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Really?
Can't watch it. Cannot watch it. Terrifies her.
I love Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I do too, but yeah, no, they did.
Aw,
I remember
poor
years
Paige.
ago. I remember years ago they did. They played them on
Adult Swim.
And one night I was staying up watching it, and she came in the room. This was years ago, and she was like, "Oh my god, this is the worst. This is terrifying. I can't. No, turn it off." Of course I didn't. So.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Same here. Yeah.
My dad would get me up in the morning, and we would watch it on Saturday mornings
Oh, that's
together.
awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, it was good times.
Good time. Excellent.
So Pee-wee means a lot to me.
Aw, I'm going to give you a hug.
And it was good that the movie was good.
That's good.
Good.
Good. Very good.
There's a great reference to Faster Pussycat Kill Kill.
Really?
Yeah, there's a gang of lady thieves that are basically the exact same as the three
Very cool.
ladies from that movie.
Isn't Alia Shawkat one of them from Arrested Development?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Whose name is also Pee-wee. And her and Pee-wee bond over having the same name.
Oh, awesome.
But-
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Faster Pussycat's one of my favorite movies.
It's a good movie.
So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Now that's it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. So if you got Netflix, you've got no reason. Unless you hate Pee-wee, which some people do.
Some people do, yeah.
He's very divisive. Some people love Pee-wee and some people...
Did they make any old Pee-wee jokes? Did they do anything like that? I hope they didn't.
Not really.
Good.
It was mostly new stuff. I mean,
like talking about how he is older.
Oh, no.
Good.
No.
Because Pee-wee really it should be timeless.
Yeah. Well, they spent all that money to digitally, make him look younger.
Oh,
Did they? I thought it was
Yeah.
just makeup.
Oh, no. They digitally did stuff, too. You can't tell. I mean, it's really... They do it in every other movie ever made, too.
True.
They Jeff Bridges him.
That's
Jeff
awesome.
Bridges.
Well, not as much.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't look like a monster. You can't tell.
Doesn't look like some weird cartoon monstrosity.
Yeah, you can't tell that they digitally made him younger.
Cool.
Apparently, that's a huge business in Hollywood. I read an article about it, probably on Vice or something.
Huh.
There's probably not a movie where they don't digitally touch up people's faces.
Wow. I don't know how I feel about that.
Gotta love technology.
Apparently, the majority of the budget of this Pee-wee movie went to making him look younger.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which,
geez.
I mean, you kind of have to, because if he looks old, it's creepy.
Yeah. True.
I mean, he's like living SpongeBob, man. Like, he's even a fry cook in this movie.
Oh, he
now.
is?
Yeah, so the
God.
parallels between him and SpongeBob SquarePants are many.
Oh man, that's great.
Like he lives in like this 50s, like this town that's frozen in the 50s.
Oh really?
Yeah, called Fairville. It was really good. I was worried. I was kind of worried, honestly, because
Oh sure, yeah,
You know.
anything like that, sure.
other than that, I checked out the new, well, it's not new, but the remastered version of Day of the Tentacle,
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning something about that a while ago.
Yeah.
I think.
which is a classic LucasArts point-and-click adventure game from
Right.
way back in the day. It looks so good. They did such a good job remastering it, because I mean, it doesn't look all that different. The original game already looked really good, just pixelated.
Yeah.
And they went back through and they redrew every frame,
Really
so it looks high def.
excellent. That's cool.
I mean, the animations are still the same. Everything is still the same. It just looks better
Yeah.
and sounds better. They went through and they worked all the dialogue, uncompressed all the dialogue from the original DAT tapes.
Wow.
So it sounds like a whole different game. Which, when I was a
awesome.
kid, I didn't have the talkie version, because they had a CD version that was fully voiced, and then a floppy disk version that only the beginning was voiced.
Oh, okay.
I had the floppy disk version because I'm old.
Well, cool.
But yeah, it's really good. There's a bonus concept art gallery that's amazing, because all the backgrounds were done with markers and then scanned in
Oh, cool.
and touched up.
I
so
didn't know
you
that.
see all the original art,
That is
because they
neat.
keep everything apparently in an archive at Skywalker Ranch. Like all the old LucasArts games, there's art, there's everything you could ever want. They keep in that archive at Skywalker Ranch.
Really? Oh man, that is.
That's
cool.
why they had access to all the old
voices. Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. Yeah. Very cool.
It's cool. I'm excited for the Full Throttle remastered that they're doing, because that game already looked amazing. That was way later than Day of the Tentacle was.
Yeah. Now, did LucasArts? I forget. Did they do Sam and Max?
Yes.
Do you think they're going to do a remastered of Sam and Max down the road?
Well, yeah, that's different because Telltale has
Yeah,
the
they
rights
do.
to make games for.
That's true.
But I mean, it's not like they don't have a good relationship with Telltale.
Yeah.
David Grossman, that used to own Telltale, is on the commentary for this Day of the Tentacle.
Oh, he is.
Because he
Okay.
co-made it with Tim Schafer.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it could happen.
There's
a Max cameo in Day of the Tentacle that's still there.
Nice.
I haven't played Sam and Max in forever.
Those are so good. All of them are good. The Telltale ones, the original one, the comics are great.
Comics are great. I recently discovered that the cartoon series is all on DVD.
Oh yeah, I've got it on DVD.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
It's still really good.
Yeah.
Way ahead of its time.
Very
I don't
much.
understand how it even got on TV,
I know.
or why they thought it would be great for kids.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's not really.
It's not that
Kinda, but not really.
It's not that it's inappropriate. It's just would go way over kids' heads. The jokes are so weird and like.
It's Rocco's Modern Lifestyle. Like the jokes
Yeah.
are just kind of, they're good, but they're just not.
They're
there's
not
so
kid
much
jokes.
there that
Yeah.
they're not kid jokes.
Sam and Max used a lot of really large words.
They did, yeah.
I learned so much vocabulary from that playing it as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and not like, oh my god, bad words. Like, literally,
Just
I
good-
learned words
Just long, big words.
from
yeah.
playing the point-and-click adventure game.
Sure,
as a kid.
Sam was constantly using like huge, like $5 words, kind of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I didn't know what the word provocative meant when I was a kid until I heard it in that game and,
Wow.
and asked what does that mean?
I liked it when they threw them in Poker Night 2.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
That's just a fun, stupid game.
Oh, I put that on every once in a while when I just want to, like, got some time to kill. I'll play poker with video game characters.
Yeah.
Oh, and movie. It was so much better when they did Sam with Max sitting in the booth next to him than in the other game when it was just Max. They don't work right when they're apart. It's not right.
Yeah. Now, the one that they were in, that was the one with Strong Bad?
No, Strong Bad was in the first one.
That's
Poker
right.
Night 2 had Ash from Evil Dead,
Brock Sampson.
Brock Sampson from Venture Brothers,
And Claptrap
from Borderlands, and then Sam and Max.
I missed
and GLaDOS was the dealer.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I missed Strong Bad the second time around. He was my favorite.
Yeah.
That, and I liked Tycho in the first one. He was pretty funny.
You know, that was when I was reading Penny Arcade quite a bit, and that was funny then. I'm not sure if it would hit quite the same chord now.
His voice was perfect. They picked the perfect voice for him, I think.
Yeah.
I still read Penny Arcade off and on.
I don't.
If it shows up on my Facebook feed, I'll read it, and it's still really hit or miss.
Oh, incredibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find myself disagreeing with them so much more often than I ever did.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's hard for them to be the voice of the little guy when they are no longer
The little
the
guy.
little guy. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just 5-6 years ago, I hung on their every word and agreed with everything. But now it's like, I don't know. They either lost touch or I did.
Or you've outgrown them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be it too.
Well, which one of the two groups has their own geek radio podcast show style thing?
We both do.
That's right. They did. They have theirs too.
And theirs is much more popular.
Yeah.
Ours is free though. You don't have to pay to get it early.
Yeah.
Unless we want to do that.
No.
No.
Well, hey, I'll do my check it outs real quick. Didn't really do a whole lot. Watched Cannibal the Musical. I'm sure I've talked about it on here before. A classic, yeah. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, their college film about Alfred Packer, the only case of convicted cannibalism.
The first, I think.
The first, yeah, you're right. But the movie's made to be kind of like Oklahoma. It's a musical, and it's pretty rough around the edges.
But it's hilarious. It's
yeah,
one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah, totally. And the other thing I watched was it's beginning of baseball season, so I sat and watched Major League again.
Oh, that's right. That's kind
of a thing. My dad and I sit and watch Major League, and
it's also a really funny movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Cody,
I still have never seen it. That's one to put on the list.
That's one to put on the list. Yeah, really good, really funny, timeless, especially since the Indians keep sucking. But really good. Check it out. I mean,
I really do love that movie so much.
Oh yeah. So many jokes I can't say on it.
I know, right?
But I mean, it's one of those. It's from the era of the R-rated comedy.
Yeah,
which is probably coming back.
It is.
Thanks, Deadpool.
Yeah, but you know that's okay.
Yeah, I mean R-rated comedy is good unless it's Sausage Party.
Well, yeah. And I mean, the movie really it had an overarching story, but for the most part, it was just small vignettes of jokey things here and there. There wasn't really
baseball shenanigans.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah. Not to the point of Animal House, but close. Animal House definitely did not have. Animal House doesn't get a point until about 2/3 of the way through the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas there is an overarching story in Major League, but the parallels can be seen, I guess.
Yeah, no, I see it.
Yeah, actually, watching it this time, I'd watched Basketball recently. Another Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah,
not
movie.
as much of a classic,
not
but
as
I
much
still
of a classic,
like it.
But I mean, you can see there are some threads in Major League and Basketball that kind of cross a little bit. There are some. This humor is not the same, but similar enough. Basketball is a little skews more towards the absurd, airplane style comedy than Major League.
I can't think of a more 90s, late 90s movie than Basketball.
I know, right? There's so many jokes that just don't land in that movie anymore just because it was just that time.
All the Sweet and Dude and Real Big Fish.
Yeah. Yes, any movie that prominently features Real Big Fish is set squarely in the 90s, for sure.
It might be the most 90s film of all time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Well, anyway, that's what I've been checking out.
I've watched the first 9 episodes of Daredevil, season 2.
That's what I haven't done.
Hey, that's what I haven't done of the first one.
Oh, right.
I've still only seen like the first 3.
Oh man, you gotta.
And if I went back, I'd have to start all the way over.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's worth it though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Lose 2 whole days to it.
Yeah. I need to watch Jessica Jones all the way through still too, but
oh my jeez.
Yeah,
you were like terrible.
I'm almost caught up on Walking Dead.
That's good.
Nope.
I'm like 1 season behind.
Let's see, how many seasons of Walking Dead have there been?
Wait, let's make this joke again.
Yeah, since we're doing callbacks to things we've already talked about, I've never seen a full episode of Walking Dead, and I don't really care to. It's not,
I could, I don't blame you. I mean, it's good, but it's super overrated.
Yeah. Anyway, we're talking over your check it out.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Do it.
Daredevil. Boom. I mean, stuff. I'll say this. I didn't like what's his face as Shane in Walking Dead, but I really like him as Frank Castle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I liked him in Walking Dead. He was like just the perfect level of like
jerk.
Maniacally jerk crazy. He did it really well.
Dude, like the Punisher bits are like kind of brutal.
As well they should be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it gets brutal. So far no skull t-shirts or anything like that, but
I'm sure by the end.
Oh yeah. Definitely
He'll put on a skull t-shirt dramatically.
But yeah, guns and guns and guns and guns and guns.
So the Punisher.
Yeah, pretty much. They don't tap dance around the language for him.
Good.
I mean, it's
now they don't do an origin of Punisher in this, do they?
They do.
If it's done in flashback, that's okay. I don't want to see.
It's mostly like things like the beginning of the season is all these like gangs and different crime groups are getting like wiped out, and Daredevil's trying to figure out like who's bringing all this violence into Hell's Kitchen. At first, they think it's like gang on gang infighting after the events of the last season, but it turns out it's just Punisher.
Okay, so he's an already established killing. It's not like he's a cop and then his family gets killed and he goes nuts. He's start of the series. He's already punishing,
and then
he's already punishing out on the streets.
Yes.
Yeah, well, the Punisher name comes from the newspapers, I guess.
Okay, well, same as Daredevil.
Yeah, or the devil of Hell's Kitchen, as they keep calling him.
Right. Okay.
Because he even makes a point. Is like Devil of Hell's Kitchen, what's that? And he's like, I didn't choose my name. And he's like, I didn't either. And they start fighting again.
No superhero does anymore.
No.
Every show, it's like, oh, it's the media. I didn't pick a name.
Yeah.
Although, no, the Flash picked his own name because before they were calling him the Streak.
Yeah, they were calling him the Streak. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Arrow kind of named him because he said you'll be there in a flash.
Well, that was just dumb.
It was dumb. It was dumb. Anyway.
Supergirl didn't. Cat. What's
her
name?
boss.
Cat Grant.
Yeah, Cat Grant did.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, I don't know. I like it. I won't say it's quite as good as the first season so far. I mean, it's got its moments. Mm-hmm. There's some story arcs that I think are kind of dumb. Like the Elektra stuff is kind of convoluted.
I was gonna ask you, is Elektra cool?
Yeah, but also really crazy.
Oh man.
Okay.
Kind of crazy. There's a lot of kind of like little drama stuff kind of between, Matt and Foggy, and
of course there has to be.
Yeah, and I'm kind of getting done with that. And then there's a romantical angle with the one girl,
Karen.
Yeah.
The one girl.
I can't remember her name. I don't know why I always figured blank on her name. I always just want to call her Jessica because that's what she was in True Blood.
Oh, yeah.
And when she had red hair and not stupid blonde.
Oh, that's right. She was great in True Blood.
She really was. She really was. I really did enjoy her in True Blood. Let's see here.
Does Rosario Dawson come back?
Yes.
Good.
We have seen her like once.
She is a good actress.
Yeah. That's Claire the nurse, right? Yeah.
Nurse.
Yeah, she came back. They do make a Jessica Jones reference.
Good.
Cool.
They needed
Actually,
that.
they made 2 Jessica Jones references.
Really?
Because Foggy is trying to get some help on a case, and he goes to that blonde girl who worked for the other law firm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
His drinking buddy.
Yeah.
And she makes a reference of how the DA's office is going after vigilantes because she says we're having a problem with our own with Jessica.
Okay.
And then Claire made a reference to because Foggy's looking for Daredevil and he's checking the hospital, but he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and Claire, I guess, got the crap stick at work for going to help Luke.
Oh, okay.
And Jessica Jones. But yeah, there's that. They mentioned the incident again. But so far they've only done that like once, and it was kind of offhand.
Okay, well, that's good at least.
Not like they're dwelling on it or anything like that.
Has Wilson Fisk showed up at all in
The
this?
very last episode I saw, he popped up.
Good.
Still in prison.
Fine. By the time he gets
Spoiler
out,
alert.
I'd rather see him stay in prison until the Defenders crossover and have him be like make his returning salvo with the hand ninjas.
Oh,
and,
they do
like,
mention the hand by name.
good because they're also the hand is going to be. I have a feeling is going to pop up a lot in the Iron Fist stuff.
Yeah. Stick came back.
Good.
For two episodes that I've seen.
The actor that is probably the closest thing to David Carradine they can get without getting David Carradine.
Without
if
resurrecting him from the dead.
Yeah.
If David Carradine were still alive, he would be Stick.
Probably.
I guarantee.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wish David Carradine was still alive.
I wish he was too.
Yeah. What can you do?
He's Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He was also, Kung
Kung
Fu.
Fu.
But no, it's kind of nice seeing the Daredevil like costume a lot. They do a couple of those like one shot fight scenes again.
Oh, good.
There's one in a stairwell that was pretty neat.
Cool.
And there was one in a dark hallway, and he's like just kind of jumping from shadow to shadow, like taking guys out.
How does the Daredevil costume look? Because the one at the end of season 1, the very, very end, I liked everything except for the mask. It made his forehead look way like huge. And his eyes were like way low, kind of. So he looked like just kind of weird.
I don't think it looks too bad, but also this season's been really, really dark. It's been kind of hard to like get like a good visual on a lot of
I
things.
can't see anything.
Oh, so like literally it is without light. Not like it's serious. I mean, I bet it's serious.
No,
too.
it's very serious.
It's got Batman v Superman syndrome.
Oh,
No,
we're
not
gonna get into
quite.
that.
Not quite. Not
no,
quite.
no, this doesn't suck.
Yeah, this doesn't suck. Yeah, this is good. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it.
Hopefully, I can get it watched this week so we can. Have
Yeah,
a full,
I really
full
need to.
discussion.
I really need to finish it out.
Yeah.
I could have, but for some reason I just
So you
haven't.
can have a full discussion and I can leave
You
the
can
room.
just leave the room again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, you can stay. You're not going to watch it.
I want to watch it eventually.
Okay.
I just don't know when.
Sure.
I get it.
It's okay.
Oh, hey, we've all checked out Pokken Tournament.
We did.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. We had a big old Pokken tournament night.
Pokken Party.
Pokken Party, yeah. So Pokken is a fighting game for the Wii U that is designed by the people who did
Tekken.
Tekken, the same production team. Although it plays nothing like
No, it plays
Tekken.
better.
Yeah, it plays.
it's actually a pretty standard arena fighter, but it's really good. Like the phase shifting is a really
Also,
interesting
it's
gimmick.
Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. Yes,
It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. And I like it a lot. I had a blast with
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, I
I've-
super enjoyed it.
I haven't put a ton of time into it other than that night, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's solid.
It's a solid fighter, and it's cool to see Pokemon
Beat the crap
Yeah,
out of each
just-
other.
going to town on each other.
and not just fighting types, like
All kinds.
non-standard fight. Like there's one that's Chandelure, which is just a giant ghost chandelier.
I hate that one.
Really,
I was in an online match with that one. I couldn't even hit it
really
because it kept just wailing me with ranged moves, and I play as Machamp, and
Yeah,
he doesn't have
ranged.
anything for ranged.
Yeah,
One of his regular attacks is a throw.
really.
If you keep tapping the A button attacks, I forget which ones those are, but one of them it ends in a throw.
Oh, that's awesome. Chandelure's a weird one. I
had a lot of fun.
Suicune is weird with the Ice Dog,
Oh yeah.
which you wouldn't think is good in a fighting game, but it's surprising.
Pikachu Libre is fantastic.
Oh, that's
There's
great.
a
I love that. That's
Luchador,
my main. I've been playing
Luchador
it.
Pikachu.
Is the best, and I love the special when you get the full animation on it.
Oh yeah, with the giant
Wrestling ring shows
arena,
up.
and he does a flying press off the top rope.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Oh man, that game was so good. Oh man.
Yeah, if you like fighting games and you like Pokemon, or you just like Pokemon, or you just like good games.
Yeah.
It's fun. And I just, the biggest problem I had is the character selection's not great right now.
There's just not a whole lot. There's
Yeah.
plenty of room for DLC packs.
For added stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was honestly expecting more choices.
Yeah.
I want Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee.
Yeah. What I don't understand is when you're playing 2-player local, I don't like having one person stare at the TV screen and one at the gamepad. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, with the way the phase system works, they kind of have to,
Yeah.
and it just kind of stinks.
It does. And it drops the frame rate down to 30 frames per second. I mean, you could fix that by hooking 2 Wiis together.
If
and
you
playing,
really want to do that.
Yeah, and 2 TVs, but what's the point?
And the 30 frames per second drop isn't as bad as you would think.
It's not that bad.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah, because it sounds bad.
Yeah, it sounds pretty rough, but it's fun. I like it. The assistant voice.
Oh, it's pretty annoying.
Yeah, kind of had to turn that one off or turn it down.
Down. Yeah, you can turn it down, but she's just constantly saying the same lines over and over. I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
And the voice acting in the game is not good. Have you played through any of the single player mode?
I've played through the first league. It's not. It sounds like English is a second language students.
Especially that the main boss of the Green League.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way that English is his first language.
They all kind of sound that way.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, it is a game from Japan.
Well, yeah, but Nintendo can afford to pay voice actors.
It almost sounds like they farmed the voices out to Canada, and some of the actors are native French speakers.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
Actually, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Which they usually will hire just like anime voice actors and have them, and that's fine.
Yeah, but no, not this one. They decided to cheap out on that.
Maybe it wasn't so much a Nintendo call, but a Pokemon company
call. It might have been.
Or a Namco Bandai, because they're they're the Tekken. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, anyway, let's go ahead and take a break here, and we have some news when we get back. Nerd Overload is sponsored in part by Creative Foundations.
Hi, my name is Robert.
Hi, my name is Amber.
Hi, my name is Jessica.
I'm Jimmy, and I work at Crave Foundations,
The store that employs people with developmental disabilities.
We have 4 locations.
Delaware, Mount Vernon, Marysville, and Urbana.
Our website is creativefoundations.org.
Find us on Facebook.
You can now find WZMO anywhere there's an internet connection. You can listen to our stream at WZMOFM.com or find us on TuneIn.com. Just search WZMO.
That was the Superman theme by John Williams from a good Superman movie.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about a good Superman movie right now, are we?
No, we're not. Welcome back. Yeah, first news right off the bat. We haven't seen Superman or Batman v Superman yet. At the time of the recording, it's not out yet. But by the time you're listening to this, we probably have. And a lot of previous, preview
Reviews.
A lot of reviewers, they've not been kind.
No, not at all.
And probably deservedly so, because I want to say right now, we told you so.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for months.
Like, ever since we first were on the radio, this is one of the first things we were talking about is how this movie is going to be bad. And look at it.
Yeah, guess what?
We were right.
Yeah, I've heard it's incredibly dour. I've heard that there's very little to no care about the loss of life from either Batman nor Superman, which is not good.
No, it's totally ignoring what the characters are about.
There were scenes where Batman at least killed a couple people with his car, from what I understand.
That has machine guns on it.
Lots
of machine guns on it.
Because, that's what Batman needs. Guns.
Guns.
I've
It's
heard
the car that killed his parents.
I've heard Jesse Eisenberg sticks out like a sore thumb because it seems like he's acting in a completely different movie, which is something we called.
Yeah. Just everything. We've called all of this stuff.
Yeah, the movie constantly drives home the fact that being a superhero isn't a privilege, it's a burden. Like, no one seems happy about the stuff that they're doing in this movie.
Okay, Spider-Man.
Which is another thing we've called.
Yeah. They are saying that the bits with Wonder Woman are the highlight.
Which is what I was hoping, that at least Wonder Woman would be good.
Yep. Although I've read she doesn't have much to say in the movie.
Which is kind of a shame.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
But she is getting her own movie, so there's that.
Yeah.
That's true. And previews from that look pretty good.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
But yeah, I told you so. I told you so, everybody. This movie was not going to be good. Zack Snyder can't make an enjoyable superhero film. Because
No.
it looks like they've taken Man of Steel and they've cranked it up. And I guess a lot of the subplot has to do with the fan outlash from Man of Steel, talking about, how so many people died and so much destruction and everything. And it was
That's why they made that a plot of a movie?
Yeah, that is the subplot of the movie.
Ugh.
Holly Hunter as U.S. Senator talking, trying to bring Superman on trial or something.
And I've heard they use a lot of lame excuses for when they're tearing down buildings, when they're fighting. They're like, "Oh, nobody is in this part of Metropolis after 5."
They put a hat on it,
Yeah.
like constantly, like Zack Snyder saying, "We get it. Shut up. There's no one here."
You said Zack Snyder can't make a good superhero movie. I want to expand that and say Zack Snyder can't make a good movie.
House of Gahul was okay.
I forgot he made House of
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah, I actually like that movie.
Yeah,
but I
that one's
also
not-
like the books.
That one's not terrible.
Well, see, he was adapting something that wasn't a comic book. I
Yeah.
guess.
Hey, I like Watchmen.
Watchmen was okay.
But that's frame for frame, shot for shot,
Almost the
Alan
book.
Moore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if he would have deviated even any further than he did,
That movie
he
would have
been-
burned.
he would have lost his, he would not be making movies anymore.
No, he would. No, I'm pretty sure he would have been killed.
Probably.
He would.
By Alan Moore. Crazy snake handler, homeless Santa Alan Moore.
Is he going to be making movies anymore after this?
Yeah, he's
he's
Justice League.
contracted to.
He's
He ha-
contracted. He is contractually bound to do all of the
To
DC movies.
Stink up all the DC movies.
He is Warner Brothers' Joss Whedon.
Oh,
Oh,
Think about that.
oh, ooh,
terrible.
God!
Just-
Ooh, that
just
puts an awful taste in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
So I don't. We told you so.
yeah.
I
It's
mean,
got the same percentage on Rotten Tomatoes right now as The Room.
Yeah.
which for those of you who don't know, The Room is possibly one of the worst movies ever made.
One of them. Yeah.
Like, it's so bad they're making a documentary or a
About how it's so bad.
yes, starring James Franco.
And directed by James Franco.
And yes.
Because he loves the movie so much.
Yes,
Anyway, we can't really talk about it too much more because we haven't seen it.
yes,
We
this
can
is true.
We
This
can
is
come back next week and say, you know what? Those critics were wrong. I doubt we're going to do that. But until we actually see
what
it, we can't-
bizarro universe is this?
Yeah. Until we actually see it, we can't
Yeah.
properly
we can't
discuss it.
We can't
But,
properly judge until we've experienced it ourselves.
but it would be we would be remiss to not at least talk about the pre
the pre-buzz.
Yeah.
The
It's
pre-buzz and the pre-buzz is not good.
Not,
The batteries are dying in that buzzer.
not great.
And we were right.
Yep. Now
Balloons fall from the ceiling. We're right. We called it.
Yep. Now, there's a good Batman movie trailer that just came out.
Yeah.
Lego Batman.
The Lego Batman movie.
That trailer looks great. It looks like more of the same Lego movie. It's awesome.
It's the same Batman from the Lego movie. The full
Will
in his
Arnett.
own little universe.
Yeah,
It's great. Will Arnett's going to be awesome. I guess Michael Cera is Robin.
that's pretty good.
That's good casting. And it just looks fun.
It'll be fun to have some lighthearted Batman.
Yeah.
Because, Lego Movie was amazing. And some of the best parts of the Lego Movie were Batman himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember that time that Batman cared so much about saving people he would rather blow himself up with a bomb than kill some ducks?
Yes.
That was Batman 66. the
Yes.
movie. Yeah. Some days you can't get rid of a bomb.
Yep. There were nuns and babies in strollers.
In this movie, he's running people down with his car and probably most likely paralyzed someone.
At least in the Arkham games, he's got like this like electrical field around the Batmobile. So if anybody gets close, it just zaps them away, tasers them out
this
of the
one
way.
he just flat out runs people over.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I would say that's just as bad as when in Batman Returns when he flat out killed some people in that first 5 minutes of the movie.
Batman Returns. Oh yeah, I guess he did just.
Yeah, he
straight up-
set a couple dudes on fire.
Well, they got
put
better.
He put a bomb in a clown's pants.
Well,
Clown
that's
was wearing
funny.
You don't come back from that.
Lead line pants. It's
You don't.
okay.
You don't come back from that.
But that's funny, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing that makes me really sad about all this. The costumes look great. Well, Batman's costume looks great anyway.
His non-bat armor. The
Yes,
actual
his non-
regular
Okay,
costume.
yeah, I was thinking of the armor. I'm like, I don't like that armor.
No. The gray and black bat suit, not the bat armor, looks great. In the newest trailer, that first couple minutes where he's Batmaning and taking out a group of armed guys.
Yeah.
That part was cool.
Is Batmaning like our catchphrase?
It
now?
might be.
I think it might be. It really.
Batmaning around.
Batmaning about.
I mean, I used to be a huge Batman fan. I mean, I like to still think I am. But as far as the media goes, we haven't got a great Batman thing in a while. Not really. Not really since The Dark Knight.
No.
The closest we have are the games, honestly. The Arkham
games and the DC animated movies.
Yeah, those are good.
That's like it.
That new Justice League versus Teen Titans one looks pretty
That
cool.
does
good.
look really good.
That was really good.
I'm really super excited about that.
Yeah, there's a trailer out for it now.
Yeah,
Check it
definitely
out.
check it out. That's the one thing like DC Warner Brothers does right is animated films.
Yeah, they're always good.
Like I think they have like a completely separate team and they don't care what they do. So that team does it right.
Yeah. That's right.
There's less interference from the higher ups. And I think that's
agree.
where a lot of the live action films suffer the most. Is I think there's too much intervention from people who don't understand.
Yeah. I agree.
And, that's basically the end of my rant.
And it's not like you can't get gritty right if you want gritty, because if you look at the Marvel TV, Netflix universe, it's doing gritty right.
It does gritty right. You're absolutely
So it's not
correct.
just that it's gritty, it's just that it's gritty and stupid.
Yeah.
It's gritty to a juvenile.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's so gritty it wraps back around and makes it super like
Absurd.
Yeah. Well, speaking of live action superheroes, this is kind of a weird casting. So The Tick is coming back on Amazon Amazon Video.
Whatever Amazon's thing is called.
Yeah,
Nobody
whatever
knows.
it is. No one watches it.
Prime or whatever.
Prime Video. I have access to it. I don't
Oh, I
use
do,
it.
and I don't. Yeah, same here. But I might use it for this. The Tick had a live action show years and years ago. It was Patrick Warburton. Pretty great casting. Although going back on it, I always saw the Tick more as more of a, the booming voice, but also full of energy. And Warburton kind of plays him kind of real low key and real kind of tired. Not tired, but just kind of.
He plays him like Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, well, yeah,
kind of slow.
Warburton's voice
stuff.
is slow.
Yeah.
Where I always
Peter.
Peter.
And then we just do that for a half hour.
Yeah, that's the rest of the show. But I always picture the Tick as high energy, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
That cartoon was the
Cartoon
best.
was the best. But they're
Venture
going.
Brothers writer.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
why it was good.
Yeah. Well, Ben Edlund. I mean, he was the original creator of the
yeah.
Tick too. So
Spoon.
anyway, they're going to be doing a reboot. Not so much. I don't know if it's a reboot or if they're
They're just doing it again.
They're just doing it
just
again.
a Tick show again.
Yeah, just a Tick show, and it's live action. And they've cast the guy to play the Tick. It's not Patrick Warburton. It's a guy named Peter Serafinowicz. Serafinowicz, yeah, something like that.
You've had hard to pronounce celebrity names.
I
today.
know. What you'd know him most likely as in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, there were two Nova Cops. One was John C. Reilly, and the other was the snarky British guy. This guy is the snarky British guy. He was also the voice of Darth Maul, not just in Episode 1, but he also in every incarnation of the character. He
So
is the
in
voice.
in Clone Wars
Clone
too.
Wars,
Yep,
yeah.
he's the voice of that. He's a voice actor. He's done a lot of. You see him a lot in dramatic roles over here, but he's been in a lot of comedy and sketch comedy over in Britain. So that's our Tick. It's interesting. He doesn't have quite the build that I would have pictured a live action Tick to have. Although they'll give him a muscle suit.
Oh yeah, they'll give him a
he'll
suit.
have a big muscle suit.
And it makes me wonder: is the Tick going to be British in this? Because I saw a 2-line kind of synopsis of the series. It's the Tick has had amnesia, and decides to come back and team up with Arthur and his sister Dottie.
Okay.
Which Dottie's from the cartoon. I mean, Dottie is in the cartoon she married Dinosaur Neil,
Yeah.
the guy who turns into a giant dinosaur with a mustache.
Yeah.
That was great.
The tick was the God. I
was
missed the tick.
best.
so
I
much.
watched it when I was a kid, and I don't remember a whole lot about it. I
Really,
need to go back
watch
and watch it
constantly.
again.
Yeah, I have the first season.
I have
can watch tomorrow.
contemplated making a chair face costume.
Excellent. Chairface Chippendale. Oh yeah, how I tried to carve his name into
the moon.
and he gets stopped after the third letter. So for the rest of the series, whenever you saw the moon,
You
it
see
just
cha.
said cha.
Until the episode when the government sends the tick up to the moon with explosives to start blowing the craters up to get
fix
rid
it.
of it, to fix it. And that's when they make their Galactus reference.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, man. I love the tick.
That's a great show. You know what? The animated series, the only episode that's not on the DVDs is the Mole Man episode.
Really?
Yeah, because the Mole Man is copyright by Marvel.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the tick gonna be great.
The moon thing reminds me of BoJack Horseman. How Mr. Peanut Butter somebody steals the D off the Hollywood sign. So for the rest of the series, the sign says Hollywood.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a great show.
I love
never
that
watched it.
that kind of continuity and stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
It's very. Just watched an episode the other night. It's very reminiscent of Arrested Development.
Yeah, that's what I've
Okay.
kind of pictured. That's
Anyway,
another Will Arnett, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's what
He's
I thought.
BoJack.
Oh, okay. So, tick.
Yeah, gonna be great.
Happening with a British dude.
Yeah. And let's keep rolling back on that nostalgia train. This is a real quick one, I guess. So Nickelodeon, The Splat, is a new station they're going to do for
It's
all
not,
like
it's not
the
a
90s.
station so much as it's a programming block.
Oh, I thought it was getting its own thing like Teen Nick or
No, it's
Nick
a
Jr. or whatever.
programming
I
block.
think, isn't it a programming block on Teen Nick or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, something like that. Well, anyway, to help bring it in, they're going to do a reunion of the original cast of All That, the kids SNL.
Yeah.
And-
Where, familiar faces like, Keenan Thompson,
And-
got their start.
And Kenan Thompson, he's really kind of the
Yeah.
only one.
Well, there's Amanda Bynes. She had
But
a boot.
she wasn't part of the original cast.
She wasn't?
Nope. She
Also,
was. She was.
she's not
She was
gonna
the.
be-
She was the first extra, like new cast member that they brought in.
She's not going to be on this. God.
Oh, no.
God, no. It
She's
looks-
gone crazy.
I have the list of five. The five that are going to be coming back and kind of hosting. They're not really going to do any sketch stuff, I don't think.
No, I think it's more going to be like
They're just going to
callback.
call back and host it. It's Danny Tamborelli, Kel Mitchell, Josh Server, Lori Beth Dinsburg, and Kenan Thompson. Most of them have gone on to do some things.
Was
I mean,
Kel on all that?
Kel was on All That.
Where
Yeah,
is
where do you
he
think
at?
Good Burger comes from?
Where is he at?
He's actually been on Nickelodeon. He's
I
on
mean,
a show.
why isn't he on this?
He is.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said,
You said Kel.
did you?
Yeah, Kel's right there.
Oh,
Yeah, we're looking at a picture. But no, Kel's done stuff. He's back on Nickelodeon. He's there's a show about like child game developers or something.
Yeah, yeah.
sounds weird.
And the he plays one of the kids' rap mogul dad that funds them. Basically, it's they're out to give them whatever money so they can do whatever crazy antics they have.
Yep.
Lori Beth,
It's the plot hole.
yeah, pretty much. Lori Beth Dinsburg, she popped up here and there. Actually, I remember her from the last time I remember her was from Dodgeball.
Oh, that's right.
She was in that one scene where she
Yeah.
was the overweight chick
Yeah.
that falls on top of Justin Long
Yeah.
during the cheerleading tryouts.
Jeez, I forgot all about
that's
that.
the last time I've seen her in anything. Although I'm sure she's done stuff. Danny Tamborelli,
Little Pete.
not so little, not so little Pete anymore. Looks like comic book guy,
A little bit.
just a little bit. And this other guy, Josh Server, I don't recognize him.
We had to look him up before the
Yeah,
show.
and he's basically just done all that. His Wikipedia page says he's a stand-up comedian. I don't.
So do you
see
think
it.
he had to take vacation to go do this?
I would like to think that he's the one that called everyone else up and said, "Hey, let's do this.
Please?
Please, come on,
High school reunion. Come
come on, guys, come on, Keenan. You got that SNL money.
You can take a break.
All that money you got from Snakes on a Plane.
Dude,
So yeah, it's interesting. I watched all that. It's gonna be fun.
I watched all that all the time.
I didn't like it.
I watched all that and The Roundhouse. Like,
I don't remember the Roundhouse.
it was another sketch comedy
I
show on
vaguely
Nickelodeon.
remember. I didn't like anything on Nickelodeon that was live action when I was a kid. I just
You didn't
thought
like
it was
Salute
all-
Your Shorts?
No.
I liked Salute Your Shorts more than I liked Hey Dude.
Oh, I hated Hey Dude.
Hey Dude.
I really liked Clarissa Explains It All for some reason.
That one was hot and cold.
I didn't like that one because my parents would make fun of me that Clarissa was my girlfriend whenever I would watch it. So I'm like, no!
She's not my girlfriend.
Yeah. And then I wouldn't watch it anymore. So
jeez.
No, it's kind of like a thing with me and my sister. As we used to watch it
I
together.
got shamed out of watching it.
Wasn't there The Secret World of
Alex Mack. That show was great.
Yeah.
She had
Whatever happened
superpowers.
to her?
I don't know.
Superpowers as in she turned into liquid.
Well, no, she had
turned
other
into a puddle.
She had other powers.
Did she? I only remember her turning into a puddle and she'd
Going
have
through
to,
pipes.
Yeah,
That was like one of her like more used ones.
with bad CG.
Yeah, she turned into late 90s CG liquid metal.
Yeah, basically.
Budget Terminator 2.
Pretty much. I used to watch that.
Yeah.
Pete and Pete.
100 Deeds for Eddie McDowell.
No, didn't watch that.
That was a late one. That was early
Yeah,
2000s.
I think that. Yeah, I think that was out of my Nickelodeon watching phase.
Yeah.
Now, like Nicktoons, I watched the crap out of Nicktoons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, we've gone over this.
I know. But yeah, as far as the live action stuff, yeah, that's about
I
it.
pretty much hated all of it.
Yeah. The game shows were good though.
Oh yeah, I loved the game
I loved
shows.
the game shows. I also used to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark a lot,
Yeah, I like that show.
I watched that one quite a bit.
I like that show.
Yeah.
and Goosebumps.
But I like
But what channel was? Oh no, that wasn't Nickelodeon.
Goosebumps was Fox.
Fox.
Was it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Is that the one where they had the kid being chased through the school with by a clown, and he took his hand off, his glove off, and it was like an old school like 90s computer port, and the kid had a thing on the back of his head to because the clown was trying to download his brain or something.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, that's the only one of Are You Afraid of the Dark that I remember.
I remember one about a creepy doll.
Well,
But I always remember the ones with the creepy dolls.
yeah, Haunted Doll Watch.
Yeah.
I remember when there's a kid gets stuck in a pinball machine.
Oh, nice.
It was like one of the few ones where it didn't have a happy ending. Like he didn't get out at the end.
Oh, the one with the clown didn't have a happy ending
No,
either.
there were a few of them that didn't have happy
the
endings.
kid was like the clown installed his OS into the kid and like became like the next clown murderer or whatever.
The next scary clown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was Are You Afraid of the Dark? So he wasn't a clown murderer. He was just a clown.
He was just a creepy
Scary
clown.
guy.
Yeah, scarer.
Yeah.
Startler, the clown startler.
Yeah.
He's a serial startlesman.
Startles the clown. Oh man.
Oh God, there he is. And then he leaves.
And
That's
then
all he
just leaves.
does.
That's yeah. It's like my work here is done.
Oh, I pooped a little.
That's my plan. Honk honk his nose and he leaves.
Oh my god, 90s
Man.
kids horror.
Yep. Okay, so we got some game stuff we got to do super super quick because we're running out of time.
Pokemon Go, there was some footage of it and it doesn't look great.
No,
not-
I mean, I'm going to download it, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not going to be
I'll
great.
get it. Sure.
I'd definitely give it a shot, but I don't think when everybody saw that first trailer and crapped their pants because they thought Pokemon was going to be real, like, here comes reality. Like, it's not going to be real. It's going to be a mobile phone game that has Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
Which we called a long time ago.
Yeah.
We talked about that. But,
In other Nintendo mobile news, Miitomo is out in Japan and it's blowing up.
it's blown up.
People like it.
It's like million downloads in less than 72 hours, I think, something like
Yeah,
that.
it was number one on the charts over
yeah,
there.
and it's less of a game. It's more of like a social media platform, kind of.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it's basically Tomodachi Life on your phone, which
Yeah.
Tomodachi Life was barely a game. It's
Just barely.
you put some Mii's in it and you watch them do entertaining
Yeah.
stuff.
Only this one, you only put yourself into it, and then you have a friend list that it communicates wirelessly with. So that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
looking
excited
forward
to
to it.
check it out.
I mean, yeah, I'll play it.
Yeah.
Or, well, watch it.
Yeah. Nintendo claims that they are not stopping the Wii U production this year to make way for their new system, but they're totally
They
going to stop
probably
making
are.
Wii U's to make way for the
I
new
mean,
system.
I will not be surprised if there's a huge Nintendo announcement at E3 this
oh
summer.
yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
sure.
they're gonna reveal the NX.
Yeah,
at this
absolutely.
Or
E3.
whatever its final name will be, or whatever.
Yeah, but it won't be called NX. It'll probably be called something really stupid.
Yeah. The Wii 2.
Yeah, that's what they should have called the Wii U,
Yeah.
because then people would have known what it friggin' was.
Yeah. But they would spell it Tuuu. WIITUU.
Wii 2. Nintendo lost the ability to name things years ago.
You know, it should have been the Revolution.
Yeah.
The Wii should have been the
Ah, I
Revolution.
know. The Nintendo Revolution was such a good name. And their reasoning behind changing it was stupid.
What was it?
They didn't want to make people think of revolutions and 360-degree turns, and Xbox 360. They didn't want.
That's lame.
It is, like I said, it is the dumbest reason ever. Nintendo Revolution was a great name.
That was a solid name. Then again, the Super Nintendo was like the Dolphin or something, wasn't it?
No, it was GameCube. Was
That was
Dolphin.
that's it.
But GameCube was a good name. I
GameCube
liked
was a
it.
good
It was
name.
a-
Yeah.
It was a cube. It played games.
Yeah.
I liked the GameCube. It was a solid machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very solid machine. You could drop them off buildings, literally.
Even the Nintendo 3D. Well, right now we have the new Nintendo 3DS XL, which is
That's
a terrible
that's a
mouthful
bad
of
name,
garbage.
too.
That's,
Yeah.
we need to get a new handheld.
They need to go back to the Game Boy.
Yeah,
Start
go back to
making
the Game Boy
again.
I know people that still call DSs Game Boys.
I still call mine
He's
Game
right
Boy.
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I play my Game Boy all the time.
We need the Super Game Boy 64.
Yeah, which is basically what it is. The new 3DS is, yeah.
Come on, Nintendo, name your stuff better.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they definitely look like they're trying to go in a different direction with the NX, so maybe it will have a good name. I don't know.
Here's hoping. Fingers crossed. They need to do something.
Nintendo Albatross.
Albatos, the bird from Mario 2 that drops bombs on you.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of that, also, there's a leak, a rumored image of what the controller looks like, and it goes along with other leaks we've seen so far.
Well, it looks a lot like the patent that they put out.
Yeah, it's like a football-shaped controller with no buttons on the front,
Yeah.
2 sticks and all screen. Like the screen goes around the sticks even.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
It looks like a weird PlayStation Vita.
It does. Yeah.
And apparently it's got some scroll buttons on the top and I think buttons on the back. I'm interested to see what it does.
No,
But
does
it
it also have
sounds
the haptic? Is it haptic?
It has
the
haptic
buttons?
touch. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
We can't really know till they reveal it.
I know that there's not a good place for Amiibo on it, which makes
The
me
front
wonder.
of it, just on the screen, like
I
the
guess,
3DS.
Yeah, I guess. Surprise! No more Amiibo support.
I don't think they would do that. Since
No,
Amiibo-
no. I'm pretty sure you're single-handedly keeping the Amiibo market alive.
Yes. Thank you.
No, Amiibos have been amazing for Nintendo. They
have.
made a ton of money
Yeah.
off those.
Oh, definitely. Plus, it helps they're actually good-looking figures and not like
For the most part.
and not like Skylander garbage.
Who's buying all these Amiibos when nobody's buying Wii U's to use them on?
Jeez, I have no idea.
Spoiler alert! It's Sam Dunham.
Yeah, it's me. All right, well, hey, I think that wraps it up for the week. You've been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Nerd Overload website.
You can pop us an email at staff@nerdoverload.com or tweet at us at nerd_overload.
Yep, and actually, also listen to us on WZMOFM.com on Saturdays.
If you're
10
outside our
a.m.,
listening area.
10 a.m. or 9 p.m. And I always forget, we're on Stitcher. No one signs up to us on Twitcher. Or
Twitcher.
Twitcher.
Switch. We have a
the
Twitch
Switchmans.
channel now.
Yeah.
We actually do, but yeah, we don't use it.
We are on Stitcher, and go.
And
listen to us
always,
there.
if you put your radio dial at
107.5.
107.5.
Yeah, if you're in Marion, do it. Why not? If you'd like.
Please.
if you'd like, you don't
Yeah.
have to. This is not a call to action.
No call to actions. Anyway,
would you kindly?
yep. Again, thank you. Okay, we'll be back next week. Thank you very much.
Pizza out.
This show was sponsored in part by Creative Foundations.